It's February the 5th, 2025. Now, the reason that I'm stating the date is because I know that in about 6 months to a year, what I'm saying is going to be completely irrelevant. Because this is what I want to talk about, is people just keep having these little phases of these stupid little phrases that they say. And this is a new age internet phenomenon, right? This is like something that didn't used to happen, really. It did, but it happened way slower, and at least it was annoying back then, just like it's annoying now. But at least back in the day, it was organic. It had to actually happen gradually and organically through a massive group of people. It had to last as well. It had to last for a while. Whereas now, in the internet era, the phases that people go through collectively with language, most of the time, when people pick up a new phrase and start saying it all the time, it's actually just something that black people have been saying for ages, and white people just pick it up and go, hey, this is my new thing that I say, and it's not your new thing. So, like, do you remember when everyone kept saying, oh, it hits different when you do this, it hits different when you hear this song on this day, it hits different. What do you mean it hits different? You don't talk like that. Or if someone wants to say, I don't want to go to the restaurant, they say, I'm not trying to go to the restaurant, which is like sort of how American black people talk. It's like, what do you mean you're not trying to go to the restaurant? Just say you don't want to go to the restaurant. Why are you talking like that? But it's really like internet style, because there's loads of different English speaking countries. We all have different slang and different ways to say something, but on the internet, when you just see stuff written down all the time, you don't pick up accents. So you just get people from one area talking like they're from another area all the time. Like, this is normal now. It's almost like no one knows where they're from. They don't know who they are. They're all saying these things. I keep seeing people say finna. What does that mean? I think that's another version of tryna. So I'm not trying to, it's tryna, like Tryna. I'm not trying to do this. I'm not trying to do that. But now they're like, I'm finna do this, which I think means fixing to do this. That's the only sense I can make of it. People use it in the same way they use gonna or tryna. I'm finna do this. It's like the most retarded thing I've ever seen in my life. But like, if tryna means trying to and gonna means going to, I can only imagine that finna means fixing to. Like, people do say that. It's an old saying. I'm fixing to do this. I'm fixing to do that. I'm finna do this. Yeah, this is what you get. You get people. It's not just one type of person using the slang of another type of person. It's like it's all molded into one now. So you get people using London slang, but also using black American slang, and then some random Australian thing thrown in there. And like, it's like no one knows what the fuck they're saying anymore. But the one that dominates them all, that's fucking driving me nuts, or should I say it's driving me crazy? Yeah. It's driving me crazy is the one I hate the most, and I'm hearing it all day, every day, is that's crazy. And you might think, well, what's wrong with that? People have been saying that for years. That's not even slang. Yeah, it is, actually. Because it's not what you say, it's the way you say it, and when you say it, and why you say it. That's crazy has become like a substitute for when you don't know what else to say. This is why it pisses me off. So let's say someone says something, and then another person responds by going, oh, that's crazy. It's basically, people basically say it when they don't know if they want to say that something's good or something's bad. They're like, oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to think that's good or bad. Oh no, I'll say that's crazy. Because crazy could mean good or bad. You could go, oh my God, that's crazy. Like, amazing. That's so amazing, it's crazy. Or you could be like, oh my God, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Can't believe they did that. Like, it's bad, you know. That's so bad, it's fucking crazy. But it's like, there's like a indecisiveness to it. Since it could mean either or, it basically doesn't mean anything. Which pisses me off. The first time I ever heard it in real life, I hear it on the internet all the time. I hear people say it on TV and in podcasts, and I see people write it all the time. But the first time I ever heard a real person say it in real life, I was in a shop, and I was in a queue, and the guy in front of me wanted to buy something, but he decided he's not going to buy it because it's too expensive, because he could get it cheaper somewhere else. And by the way, wherever the other places that he normally buys it, he obviously thinks it's too expensive there as well, but it's even more expensive here. So he held it up and he goes, what? £4.75 or whatever it was. He's like, that's even more expensive than the other place. And then he just slowly put it back on the counter and went, that's crazy. Because it was like he didn't have the guts to say to the guy behind the till, that's a fucking rip-off, or it's too expensive, or I don't like that. I don't think this is the right price. He just went, that's crazy. And it's got me thinking about it. I was like, why did he say, that's crazy? And once you notice something like that, you just start noticing it everywhere. Just constantly hearing people go, oh, that's crazy. And I'm like, I always want to stop them and go, what do you mean by that? Well, I just mean it's crazy. Yeah, no, but what does crazy mean? Do you mean crazy good, crazy bad? How bad? How good? What are you saying? I don't know, I'm just saying that's crazy. Yeah, well, don't just say that's crazy, you bell end. Do you know what I mean? It's bad enough when everyone's just using all of this random slang that they've just stolen from all these different places and they don't even know what they're saying. But now you're actually reducing everything down to that's crazy. Anyone could say anything to you and your response could just be that's crazy all day. You could just say it in different ways. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my God, that's crazy. Like you could hear bad news, good news, all right news, but you could just always respond with that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Just shut the fuck up. Just don't say anything. You're not saying anything anyway. You're just saying that's crazy as like a blanket term for everything. It's so annoying. Like, to a degree, I do this, and everyone does this. This is how we sort of learn how to talk and become who we are. So when I was a young kid, I watched the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, I watched Bill and Ted, I watched, I had like BMX kind of culture, and the word rad came into my vocabulary. I don't call things cool, I call it rad. If I like something, I go, yeah, it's fucking rad. Yeah, it's full on. It's full on rad. But I've been speaking like that for so long that if someone did go, hey, why'd you say that? You're not in California in the 1990s, the early 90s. I'd go, yeah, no, but this is how I talk. Because I've spoke like this for so long, it is like a part of who I am. But that's the thing is, like, if I say, why are you saying that's crazy to everything? Or why are you saying, I'm going to text you this? Someone I know said that once. They were like, I'm going to text you later. I was like, what do you mean, I'm a text you? I was like, are you black? When did you become black? I never noticed. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You don't talk like that. And to me, it's not even really about where you got it. Like, I don't really care about the whole stealing a word from someone else's culture thing. I don't actually really care about that. My point is, did you talk like that, like last week? No. So why are you saying it now? Oh, you just picked it up, you think it's kind of cool. Aren't you like a fully developed person already? Like, you're not a little kid that's learning how to talk. Like, you already are supposed to be you. So when you just sort of start saying some shit that isn't you, it's really bizarre, actually. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's what I should say. I should just go, hey, how come you just started saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that? Oh, well, I don't know, I just picked it up. Like, just the stuff that I watch. I should go, that's crazy. I'm just going to stop someone and go, why do you keep saying that's crazy to everything? And then when they explain it, whatever they say, I'm just going to go, that's crazy. And they'll be like, what do you mean? Is that good or bad? I don't know, I'm just saying that's crazy. Because that's what you say when you don't know what you're saying. Or when you haven't got the guts to say something. You just go, that's crazy. What does that mean? It means you don't know what you mean. That's what it means. But I'm going to start saying it. And when I start saying it, I'm going to know what I mean. So someone's going to say something and I'm going to go, oh, that's crazy. It's going to be kind of obvious that I'm leaning into it and being sarcastic. Oh, that's crazy. And they're going to go, what do you mean? And I'm going to go, it means I'm a massive dickhead. That's what it means. And they'll be like, what? And I'll be like, that's crazy. And no matter what they say, I'm just going to keep repeating it. Just, that's crazy. Hey, John, I think you're being a dick right now. Yeah, that's crazy. John, why don't you just shut the fuck up? That's crazy, man. You told me to shut the fuck up. That's crazy. Everything's crazy. And if you haven't noticed this, you're going to start noticing it all the time, trust me. You're going to be watching something and someone's going to say something and then the other person's going to go, oh, that's crazy. You're going to be like, wait, what do they really mean by that? Because crazy used to mean, like, insane. It used to mean something's crazy, it's bizarre, it's stupendous, it's weird, or it's extreme in some way. It used to have some sort of meaning when you call something crazy. But now people use it as another word to stick onto other words as well. So if they want to call something cool, they go, yeah, it's crazy cool, man. It's like crazy. Yeah, this, or if they want to say how big something is, oh yeah, it's like crazy big. Everything's crazy. Shut up with your fucking crazy. And it just annoys me that it annoys me that it annoys me. Because I know there's no need to get annoyed because it's going to be gone in about 6 months. They'll be on to something else. Something else annoying. But I still want to focus on it because I'm like, but what is that thing though? You know, right now it's crazy, but later on it would be something else. And I'm like, why do you have to glom onto these words that don't mean anything and everyone just starts saying it? But I want to go back to that guy that was in the shop. I was in a queue, he was in front of me. He picked up something as if he was going to buy it. Then he went, oh my God, that's even more expensive than it is in the other shop. And he looked at the guy behind the till and the guy just looked at him as if to be like, well, what do you want me to do about it? And he just looked at him and he slowly put it back and he went, that's crazy. And I just thought that was cowardly. I was like, why don't you just say, that sucks, or that's shit. It was obvious that he wanted to say it was bad. But instead he just opted for, that's crazy. And it's like, well, it's not crazy. It's not really the optimal word. Crazy. And it's like, another time that people will use it in a sort of cowardly way is if one person is talking for too long and the other person has stopped listening. And when the person that was talking finishes, it's the other person's turn to say what they think about what they just said. And they don't know what to say because they weren't listening. So they just go, oh, that's crazy. Because it doesn't mean anything. So if they were telling a story that was like sad, you could just go, oh, that's crazy. Like, I can't believe that happened. Or if they were telling something that was supposed to be interesting, it's like, oh, that's crazy. If they were telling something that was actually crazy, then you've just nailed it, haven't you? Oh, that's crazy. It's because they were telling you something crazy. Or if they were trying to tell you something that was like really bad, like, oh, this is scary stuff, and you go, oh, that's crazy, as if you're scared. You can just say that's crazy at the end of everything, and people will believe that you were listening, even if you weren't. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy, man. You can just say that's crazy to anything, and then the other person believes that you were listening. I don't believe you, though. I know that you're full of shit. I'm not letting you get away with that's crazy. If I'm ever talking to someone and they respond to me with, oh, that's crazy, I'm going to go, what do you mean by that? Oh, I'm just saying it's crazy. Yeah, what do you mean? I know you're just saying that's crazy. Why are you saying that? It's going to be like the bit from Goodfellas when Joe Pesci is like, what's funny? You mean I'm funny? You mean like a clown? I'm fucking funny to you? I'm going to be like, what's crazy? Oh, I was just saying that's crazy. Why was he saying that? That's just what I said. What's crazy about what I just said, motherfucker? Do I sound crazy to you? And also I'm going to start acting crazy. Because I'm going to redefine what the word crazy means. I'm going to go crazy because you keep saying that's crazy. Why do you keep saying that's crazy? Are you saying I'm crazy? And they're going to be like, no, it's just like the way people talk. Do you say that's crazy? This is crazy? Everything's crazy? I'm going to be like, everything's crazy? Everything's fucking crazy? Are you sure you're not just saying that I'm crazy? And they're going to be like, no, seriously, I always say it. Do you really? Do you always say it? Why do you always say it? I'm just going to make them really conscious about the fact that they always say that's crazy. Because that's actually my goal here. Is I want to make you feel self-conscious about the retarded shit that you do. I'm hoping you stop doing it. Do you understand that? You're supposed to feel like a moron the next time you say that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Funny thing is crazy rhymes with lazy. And that's what it is. You're too lazy to like think of a word that describes what you really mean, so you're just going to say everything's crazy. Hey, yo, this is like mad for real, dog, yo. Hey, y'all, this is like, mad fucking crazy, y'all. Hey, bruh, Fucking for real. Word. That's another one. There's another one that black people in America say, where they say, like, if someone starts going right into one about something, like, I don't know, someone starts talking loads of shit from the Bible or something, an American black person will say, oh, they were on some Bible shit. Like, they will say someone was on some shit. Like, some stuff that black people say is actually stuff that I like, but I would never say it myself. Like, you know, when black people go, real talk, and then they say something, like they're letting you know that they're for real about what they're about to say. Real talk. I like real talk, but I don't ever say real talk in a serious way, because it's just not me, right? But some stuff black people say isn't even good in the first place. Like, oh yeah, he was on some shit. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Just stop talking like that. Or when they say, ask me a question, it's like, you know it's not ask. You know it's ask. That's something that you would only have to learn once, and then for the rest of your life you've been corrected. You don't have to keep saying it wrong forever. Like, why are you doing that? But then when it's white people, and they're not even from the country of the place, they don't even have that accent, it's like an American black thing to talk like this. Like, hey, yo, dog, fucking mad for real, and all that shit. And it's like, all these like white YouTubers that are just like, hey y'all, this is my new upload. Hope you like it, cuz. Make sure to like and subscribe, y'all, because it like helps me out mad for real. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. Black people are always out here. Have you ever noticed that? They're always out here doing something. Oh, I'm doing this out here. Homeboy's out here kicking it for real. It's crazy, yo. Oh, that's another one that I like. I like it when black people go, you feel me? You feel me? They say something and then they end it with, you feel me? I'm not going to say that. It'd be ridiculous if I said that. I'm not going to start going, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Do you feel me? It's like, I'm not just going to start saying that. It'd be ridiculous. But I hope I'm not getting things confused here. There is some overlap between that's crazy and all of the, hey, bruh, yeah, dog, and all that shit. You know, I'm not as fucking pissed off about, you know, people just adopting random slang from other people and shit. Like, if you're that much of a chameleon that you just adopt any words that people are saying around you, and they're not saying it around you anyway, it's just on the internet and the stuff you watch, they're not really your friends. You're not involved. You're just looking at stuff on the internet and then just absorbing all of these words and saying them. It's bad enough that you do that, but I can't stop you. If you want to, you know, pretend that you're black or something, you know, you can do what you want. But, you know, my real peeve here is when people just keep saying, that's crazy. I'm like, no, this is dangerous. You are reducing everything down to that's crazy. And you're losing the ability to speak. You're not able to say words. And you're not listening to other people because you know you don't have to. You can just go, oh, that's you can just pretend to listen and then just go, oh, that's crazy. And it sort of seemed like you were listening. And the real reason why it's so annoying is because crazy actually means weird, usually. Like, before it became the thing that just everyone says all the time about everything, crazy used to mean a lot of things, but, you know, it could mean, like, mentally ill, like fucking crazy, or it could mean, you know, absolutely extreme, like, oh my God, it's crazy. But the way that people casually used the word crazy would be like another word for weird. Like, oh, this thing's like crazy. It's like super weird. So you got to imagine that every time someone says that's crazy, imagine if they said weird instead. And then you'd notice it doesn't really fit. Like, if someone was talking and you kept going, oh, that's weird. Oh, that's weird. That they would totally stop and go, why? Why is it weird? But for some reason, crazy is acceptable. Oh, that's crazy. And no one ever stops and goes, why? Why is it crazy? Like, you've probably gathered that I want people to stop saying that's crazy. You might be thinking, well, what do you want them to say instead? Like, as if I want them to replace it with some other phrase? It's like, no. My problem is that there's just one phrase that replaces all words. What I want people to do is I want them to think about what they actually think. If they're reacting to something or if they're making a comment about something, I want them to say something that actually has some sort of definition where I know what you're saying. You know, you either figure out how to actually speak words, and if you can't do that, for some reason, then just shut the fuck up. Don't say anything. I don't want to hear "that's crazy" every 5 seconds. And if I keep hearing it, I'm just going to start quizzing you on what you mean. What's crazy? Why is it crazy? What's funny? Funny how? What is so fucking funny about me? What am I, a fucking clown? I'm here to fucking amuse you?